If you're afraid to tell a woman what you want, you will never get what you ask for or what you deeply desire. These women, they play dumb. They play hard to get. And the reason why is because us men, us betas, us simps, not me, maybe you, if you're watching this is how you found this video, we are giving up. We're bending backwards for these women now. We're on our knees begging them to stay. We're over here double, triple texting them, acting like we're acting in scarcity, nothing in abundance. And until you can flip that script, I guarantee you, you will attract better. You will attract more high quality women. But if you are always stuck in this bottom rut, always thinking about depression, debt, never any growth, you will attract that type of caliber women. But you're over here thinking business, doing entrepreneur stuff, networking with people. You will surround yourself with like-minded people, and you might actually attract that woman that actually suits your type of lifestyle. But you know what they say, I don't know if some of y'all are religious, I don't want to say religious, but or Christians or have any type of faith base, but if you are Christian and you try to talk to somebody that isn't Christian, they will actually pull you. It will be harder for you to try to convert her, or not. I wouldn't even say convert. That's not our job, is convert or to convince. But try to help her to Christ. What happens is this: she actually. So this is Christ, right? The cross. This is you with the cross. This is her, no cross. She will actually pull you away. Instead of you pulling her to Christ, their magnetic fields will actually pull you away from that. And this is what happens. This is why you should not try to date anybody outside your faith base. It's hard to convince, it's hard to trade or to change somebody's mindset. A lot of us and a lot of women, they've had some type of trauma, some type of shadow work that they need to take care of. Maybe they need to go to therapy to talk to somebody or to vent and to open up. Because anything that you store, anything that you bottle up, it's gonna explode, right? And this is what happens with your emotions, with your feelings, with your thoughts, with your urges, right? Have you ever had an urge of eating chocolate cake or candy, and then what happens? You end up craving in. You end up going to the store. You end up buying a piece of chocolate and eating one. And guess what happens after you eat one? You eat 2, you eat 5, you eat 10, and then no discipline at all until you're over here pot belly full. Man, I ate too much ice cream, too much chocolate. And this is what happens when you lose discipline, when you get out of your lane. This is why we need to stay so focused, so vigilant into our progression, into our self-development, into our higher self, right? There's nothing more important than self-care. Because I'll tell you what, even if you're in a relationship or you're not, it is so imperative, so vital for you to work on yourself. You to always have that bar set higher each and every day, each and every week. The reason why is, again, when you are alone, when you are by yourself, even if you're with somebody, it is so important for you to be on your high horse. Because if they do leave, if they do abort, if they do divorce, you're okay. Because you've been okay with or without them. And a lot of men, we can't end up, we seem like we can't leave our loved ones or first to love. We've invested too much time, too much money, too much memories, great memories of them. But guys, life happens. We have an expansion of life from when we're born till when we die. And if you're in your 30s, you're about halfway. We'll be lucky if we live to 80, or even 70, or even 60. A lot of people have heart attacks at 60, you know what I'm saying? I'm at 33 years old now. I'm about halfway through my life. Do I really want to live on someone else's terms? Really want to live risk-free, thinking about if I can get rejected from this girl, instead of trying to see what opportunities I can get, see what people I can meet. A lot of us, we'd rather sit at home, mental masturbate, watch football, watch sports, watch YouTube. Don't go out. I'm not saying you have to go out to drink. If you don't drink, that's cool. I don't. I do sometimes here and there, but I usually don't associate with alcohol when I'm going out to these network events, because I want to be on my highest focus, highest self, that I'm paying attention to. I don't want to forget. A lot of us, we're going to these events. We're forgetting things that happen. I don't want to forget my life no more. I've already forgot. I used to party when I was 15, right here. About 12 to 15 years old is when I started drinking. And from there, I just did not stop. So half my life, I don't really even remember. I know some of y'all can relate to this, whether y'all been on drugs, alcohol, or even depression pills. Either you hurt your leg and you've been on these painkillers for so long and now you're addicted to them. Now you're trying to find the next fix. Trust me, I've been there. I know. I've been an addict, and what they say, anytime you go to AA or NA, that says, "Hi, I'm Jerry," and then what do you say? "I'm an addict," because you always will be. You're a recovering addict, but you always will be addicted to that drug, addicted to that whatever, that porn, whatever you, and this is what in the Bible it says, whatever you put before God is your God, right? So don't do that. This is why it's so important for you to pray. It's so important for you to find a like-minded people of maybe a church group, maybe a group of people on Discord. I have friends, I trade sometimes, do some stocks and crypto trading. So I have a group of like-minded people on my Discord, because if I talk about trading to my people, my relatives, people at home, they can't relate to that. They think it's gambling. But people that already know how to trade, they know what it feels like to lose. They know how it feels like to FOMO, to overtrade, to remove your stop loss, if y'all know what I mean. Anybody that trades here, the trader talk. Because you start picking up people's lingo. You start picking up people's language. And this is why I have HOE FLATION up here. Because now it's 2025 and HOE FLATION is getting inflated. Everywhere you see, look to the right, you look to the left. There's girls everywhere. You go to the gym, girls have half-cut shirts off, waiting for you to look at them. But then getting all paranoid, calling you a creep, calling you a perv if you look at them for too long. But they're over here exposing themselves. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, Henry. And this is what brings me to OnlyFans. A lot of us men, we're over here paying for virtual sex, paying for images. Well, they said that Sophie girl, she's like 19. She got paid $40 million in 1 month. Do y'all hear that? I don't know if it said 1 year, excuse me, maybe 1 year. Correct me on the bottom of the comments if y'all know what I'm talking about, but I know the number is 40 million. Y'all sickos paid that much money towards this girl to see her naked, to see her shake her booty, tease you a little bit, seduce you a little bit, show you little by little by little, make you crave in, make you add little tips. And this is what happens when you go to the bars. I mean, open your eyes when you go out and see things. Know how things work. When I'm out at the bars, I'm always observing things, women, how they act, how they You know what I'm saying? If this woman's getting hit on if this woman that I like or that I'm interested in is getting hit on a bunch of dudes and starts like flirting with them and touching with them, I don't want that. Cut that out of here. HOE inflation is getting worse. I want a girl that knows how to value herself, knows how to cover herself a little bit. I want to be the one to be able to see her naked, right? Be the only one, not millions of dudes. How's that special to me? How are you the prize when you're exposed to millions, hundreds, thousands of dudes wanking off to you? Yeah, cool, I'm the one getting it. But, I mean, money is good and all, but something like that, you cannot revert. You cannot change the past. I know what they say, women, they look towards men's futures, but men, we look towards women's past. We don't want a woman with a bad past, because a bad past, it seems to recycle, it seems to recirculate. That's all they know. For example, my ex-wife, she just recently broke up with her boyfriend a couple months ago. Came back home, didn't move back in, but kind of was being more nice, being more flirty. And then just recently, they got back together again after she started talking all this crap about him, right? He needs to grow up, this, that. I don't even want to get into it, right? We can make all types of excuses. But then they go running back to that dude that they talk bad about. And this is why I make these type of videos, because it don't make no sense. But it doesn't have to make sense. Once you can learn the female psychology and the way they act and the way they actually take action versus what they say, you will start learning their moves. We are over here playing checkers. They're over here, excuse me, yeah, we're playing checkers while they're playing chess. But it's time to change the playing game. Change the board. All right? We're here to win. We're the queen instead of the king moving one spot to the other. We're over here moving. Now we're the pawns. The pawns are the ones giving them money, feeding them attention. We are the king. We are the ones that are chillaxing, the one that knows his own value. So if you stick with me this long, and if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it, let's go. Time to cut out HOE FLATION, baby. Woo!